We're joined today by Attorney General Slatery. Thank you so much for doing this. My first question for you is, how would you define the rule of law so that teenagers today can understand it?
Well, the rule of law is what differentiates opinion. And if we didn't have the rule of law, then there would not be any kind of order. Um, it would be basically what your opinion is at the time of what you think is right and what I think is right. Of course, that you can get a lot of opinions on that, but the rule of law in the United States is, evidenced by the Constitution and the laws that are passed by the legislative branches, both federal and state, and that is what we're governed by, is the rule of law. So it's not just opinion or our thought about what is true and what's not true, what's right, what's wrong. It's what has been enacted with the consent of the people and the representatives. It's the beauty of democracy.
Yeah. And what has your journey as an Attorney General been like, the ups and downs you faced on the way?
Well, it's been interesting. Tennessee is the only state that where the Attorney General is appointed by the Supreme Court. So I'm not popularly elected. I'm appointed by the Supreme Court, which is the highest court in our state. And so the ups and downs, I think, the ups have been working with the great people that I have and working with other attorneys general across the country, which has been really good. The downs have been, the challenges of just trying to bring justice and resolution to problems that we have. The opioid crisis in particular was demanding for us and for our office.
Yeah. And lastly, what advice would you give to teenagers that are trying to stay safe and secure on the internet today?
Well, that is a great question. Um, well, I guess there are several. One is I would not be using my phone continuously. I would set restrictions on myself. That I'd spend maybe a couple hours on the phone or something like that. I would work with my parents on setting on the sites that I visit, the apps that I have, so that they're aware of it. Somebody else who knows where you are and what you're doing and what sites you're going to. It's just helpful. And so I would encourage them to work with their parents, because it's a fascinating place, but it also poses a lot of dangers. And so I would do those. I would be much more disciplined, and if I were using my phone, I would be using it in the kitchen as opposed to the bedroom, uh, by myself or whatever. And I wouldn't use it at night. I would just shut it down at certain points. I think it's good just to walk away from it from time to time. But I would be very disciplined in doing that.
Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, sure. Happy to.
Yep.
Nice to meet you.